So far, photos of the so-called Lake Mead monster are grainy and underexposed. You know, I think all news, whether it's good or bad, brings us closer together. Don't you? And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
To the town of Alfreel rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there's an outlaw by the name of Texas Red.
Talk to me,
men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead.
Hello again, dear.
He was vicious
Let it
and
be lovely.
though youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more, 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was an Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead. And he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry men to try for forward day. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the Ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome Ranger was about to meet his death, bound to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the Ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red is not good leather for a bullet fairly ripped. And the Ranger's aim, big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground.
A spy. Sometimes.
Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the Ranger.
Dr. Henry calls
big
him.
iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the Ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip.
Time for shopping. But the doctors can.
die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a secret.
Careful.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. It's a sin to the line. Whole lot of folks hard is down in the road. Just hope so be sure it's true when you say I love you.
Is here.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a secret. Have been were spoken. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a secret.
Oh my goodness, look at these little angels. Becky, that dress looks so lovely. And Jimmy, oh my word, how you've grown.
I'm 4 whole feet, Grandma. Do you bring us presents, Grandma?
Well, now I don't know. Have you been good to your mommy and daddy?
Yes.
Well, then.
Just over a whole lot of foolish words that's been spoken. I love you. Yes, I do. If you break my heart, so be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a secret to tell.
That old thing, that's just a holotape from the last time I visited my grandkids. Such sweet little children, you know, little angels. Sometimes it's hard to remember
Welcome
them.
back to the
So I
program.
take that.
This is Mr. New Vegas.
It's my medicine, Derry. It keeps me calm, but it makes my memory go all fuzzy. That's why I only take my dosage every other time.
Of the Bitter Springs
That way, at least I remember their faces.
civilians inflicting heavy Legion casualties. One witness says,
Oh, don't you worry your silly little head about that pumpkin. Grandma knows what she...
flaming sword of justice with a telescopic sight. Also, refugees at Bitter Springs are giving startling
That's
accounts
sweet of
the
you,
legend
dearie.
known as
I'll
Lannius,
try to be
who is
better
said
about
to be
controlling
the
myself
commander.
if I see you try to sneak away.
Told us the Legate took over an
All right,
underperforming
Pumpkin.
squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The Legate then ordered a tenth of his own force be killed by the other 9/10. And you thought your boss was a pain. And that's the news. Got some Dean Martin coming up, talking about the greatest feeling in the world, love. Ain't that a kick in the head? Sure is. Dino, it sure is.
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in a boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. I've sunshine enough. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? Ain't that a kick in the head? Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in a boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. Telling me we'll be wet. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better, or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, boy, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
The women of New Vegas ask me a lot if there's a Mrs. New Vegas. Well, of course there is. You're her. And you're still as perfect as the day we met. More news for you. Listeners have been unable to pick up radio broadcasts from Black Mountain recently. Most are calling the static, quote, a welcome improvement. In other news, citizens of Outer Vegas are flocking to the Strip in droves amid a wave of terror caused by a band of raiders known as the Fiends. Those who can afford passports are saying the added security is well worth the price of admission. The preceding segment was sponsored by the Silver Rush. Silver Rush.
Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in a boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wed. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, oh, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
This is Mr. New Vegas fanning the flames of your passion. All the latest news coming your way right now. The NCR flag has been hoisted over former Legion Outpost Nelson after heavy fighting. NCR officials are calling this a big win for troop morale. Also, scavengers report hulking individuals moving around Hidden Valley after dusk, but have been unable to identify them due to low visibility. This program was brought to you by Gamora. Gamora. It'll be our secret. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
Again, dear.
Mad about the boy.
Nice children.
I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy. I'm so ashamed of it, but must admit the sleepless nights I've had about the boy. On a silver screen, he melts my foolish heart every single scene. Though I'm quite aware that here and there are traces of the cat about the boy. Lord knows I'm not a fool. Lord knows I'm not a schoolgirl in the flurry of her first affair. Will it ever cloy this odd diversity of misery and joy? I'm feeling quite insane and young again, and all because
What's up?
I'm mad about the boy.
There's something about that robot that doesn't seem... I'm just saying...